Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Therex back with some more Magic the Gathering. Today we're doing a booster box opening, and as you can probably tell by all these clicks, I don't know what I'm doing. As usual, I don't edit videos. We're just going through this. I don't think I've ever actually done a booster box opening. This is my setup. The light is coming from that direction, so there's glare coming this direction. It's not the best lighting, so things are going to look a little grainy. Look, it's how I do things, alright? Deal with it. Alright, let's hop into it. So obviously, the Biobox promo is Godzilla, which is Zolortho, which I'm very annoyed just doesn't have an actual normal version. This is completely sealed. So we're going to get the knife. There we go. Get a nice rip. By the way, my camera is not mounted on my desk. However, it is touching my desk. So, if they're shaking in the camera, it's because I'm shaking my desk. Cool. I opened the box. Ooh. I did buy this from my local game store. Okay. Now, how do I do this nonsense? Do what? Like this? Bada bing, bada boom. Cool. Box topper. I've seen that a lot of people have gotten mangled box toppers. Luckily, mine does not appear to be. We're going to go and open this first. Because I do what I want. I'm not going to do like a Tolarian Community College and post... Well, this is a pretty lame box topper if I do say so myself. We got Baby Godzilla. I would prefer the comic book styles, but whatever, it's fine. What was I saying? Oh, right. I don't edit. So, yeah, we're just rolling through these packs. Hopefully they're not too loud, and hopefully I, don't take too much time just opening them. I'm gonna go ahead and move this. Boop. And I'm just gonna kind of go through the cards. Since when did they start putting rares at the front? I don't know. Got a Song of Creation. Pretty interesting enchantment. And for the first few... Ooh, I like this. For the first few, I will go through all of the individual cards. And then later on, we'll just talk about the rares and uncommons. Packs. Oh god, I haven't like opened physical packs in a long time. We've got one of these counter punch out things, which is pretty cool. Vadrock, our first Apex and our first Mythic. And of course, it doesn't want to focus. Whatever. You all know what the card does. I will say I really do like this Evolving Wild art after looking at it more. I wanted to have my nails painted, but I have been busy. That is also why I am recording this, as opposed to, building a deck and playing with that deck, etc., etc. I currently don't have the time. Feel another punch out, yep. Got a Trickle Cove, got a Kahira. Got our first companion. Another of the comic styles. I absolutely love these. The comic styles are just fantastic. They look... Honestly, they look even cooler in person. I'm not gonna lie. The Godzilla styles are fine. They're a lot less awful in paper, if I'm honest. But the main reason I dislike most of them, ooh, I like it, is because they have buildings. They have buildings and, like, jet fighters and stuff. And I'm not a fan of that. Like, if they were just, like, on Skull Island or something, then I'd totally be down. But they're not. Our first Mythos, which is Snapdax, sure. Ikoria, let's see. Ikoria has been a very fun set so far. But not necessarily in, like, Standard, right? Like, I've really had a ton of fun playing new Ikoria cards in Commander, Brawl, Historic even. And despite the obvious issues with the companions, ooh, got a foil Howl Man. And we got a Zagath Triome. This is awesome, because I can just put this right away into my Muldrotha deck in EDH. Despite, besides the whole companion nonsense, Ikoria has felt like a very fun set. Really like the flavor of the world, really appreciate the whole monsters versus humans aspect. Really fun, really cool, interesting place. My hope is that with some of the following sets, we're gonna pull back a little on the power level of sets. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I didn't check what these were. So we got an ad for Friday Night Magic. We got an ad for Commander products. I will say, like, these cards feel like a little slick, but I like it. They don't feel bad. We got a foil Swiftwater Cliffs, second Mythos, Fox. I wonder if I could actually make the Fox cycling deck like in paper now, just because that deck uses so few actual rares and whatnot, and a lot of the cards are just from Ikoria. I have zero idea how many packs up it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 or so, 6 or 7. And I'm sure this video is not going to attract the majority of players, or the majority of people who watch my channel. That's totally fine. This is not an arena video. It's just me opening some packs, kind of just having a good old time talking with you all about Ikoria. We know that Zendikar Rising is next, right? Yeah, Zendikar Rising is next. Oh, right, well, we get Jumpstart before then. Ooh. Although, I guess we get, what, Anthology 3 in 4 days from this video? Yeah. I think that's the 21st. There are so many dates coming along. And yeah, I'm just like chucking these to the side. We've got Historic Anthology 3 coming up. Super excited for that. Can't wait to play with, some of these just classic nonsense cards. Cough, cough, Ulamog. Fracking Obliterator as well. Although that deck like easily slots into something, whereas, Ulamog, I think you have to build around it a little bit more. Like Obliterator. Did I say Obliterator or Ulamog? Ulamog you have to build around a little bit more. But Obliterator, you just you put in black and like bada bing bada boom, your opponent has died. Then we have Jumpstart, which is also coming to Arena. Just for Historic, I believe. Well, I think Jumpstart, I assume they're going to have an event for it. If I recall correctly, it isn't, Phoenix, I suppose. It isn't a format in which, you are meant to draft. I'm pretty sure it's just, a format where you, mash 2 decks together? I don't recall, and, obviously, I don't edit, and I'm not putting anything in post about it, because, I do not care. But it's coming with a bunch of new cards as well as reprints, so super excited about Jumpstart being added to Historic. With the fact that Historic is a permanent play mode now, I suspect that it's going to actually see a lot of interesting metagame focus, and people are going to start playing it more often, and there will be a dedicated metagame, which will help me to play. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Best Mythos right here, baby. You just blow stuff up. It's perfect. Words, I was saying some sort of words. Right, it helps me play Grixis Control, because then I really need to know the threats that I have to answer. Yeah, I know my camera is just constantly autofocusing poorly, but you know what? I do it live. Just look at the difference in these cards. These are, well, not classic. These are new classic Magic cards. Something about this style, it just looks really cool to me. Definitely has that CCG flair. All right, I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and just move on to looking at the rares, foils, and uncommons. Potter's Enclave. Let's see here. Then I'm just gonna really quickly go over, see if I had any cool alt arts. Yeah, this, as I'm saying, is just meant to be a kind of short video where, I'm just shooting the shoot with y'all. Oh baby, Oh, it's going right to my L, baby. Oh, yeah, I love it. It's a dinosaur and a beast. What was I even saying, dude? Oh, God. I don't remember. I feel nothing but shame. Alright, that's probably not gonna stay there. Oh, right, short video. I'm still, working on things for college. Hasty dinosaur. Oh, your ultimatum. My favorite ultimatum because it's Abzan. Well, my favorite of these ultimatums because it's Abzan. Technically, my favorite ultimatum is still probably Cruel Ultimatum because Bolas. Alright. Just kind of rolling through these. I'm probably going to attempt to do some sort of giveaway amongst these cards. I don't know how yet, but I do think that would be something that's fun to do. I will probably, by the time this goes up, I'm hoping that I'll have some sort of idea for it. Ooh, we got our second aspect, or apex, or whatever. Brokos. Which I don't think is going to go into Moljotha, but Brokos is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm hoping that I'll have some way planned by the time this video actually goes up. I'm just gonna separate these. Man, look how clean my box opening is. I did order a mystery booster box as well, so whenever my local game store gets their next shipment, I'll go ahead and do a box opening for that. What I might do for that one is answer questions. Okay, we just got something pretty cool. We got a foil Fertilid, which is, not bad. Like, it's a cool card. But then we got comic book style Luca. I have no idea how much, if any. Well, obviously it's worth money. I don't know how much, but I will say it looks freaking sweet. Bada bling bling bling. And we got this Sterix, which is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do some sort of giveaway. I might do multiple even. For some of the cards, like maybe some of these, because I'm not going to be using all of these for decks and etc. So even though it's not going to be worth a ton of monetary value, it's still something, it's coming from me. I could sign it or not, depending on what you would want. But yeah, no, I'm thinking about it in my head somehow, figuring out what exactly I want to do with this. It's weird. Oh, it's just an ad card. But look at that blue paper. Look at that blue paper. It's one of the ways you can tell it's a real Magic card. Anyway. Ooh, we got a foil comic book style Everquill Phoenix. And we got a Slither Wisp. I hate Flash, but whatever. Oh, I remember what I was saying. Next, for the Mystery Booster Box video, I might end up just answering questions from the Discord. I have Discord questions right now, but I did not prepare, so they're not actually on my screen, which is, this is my first screen, this is my second screen. Technically, this is first, this is second, whatever. They're not on my screen right now, and I'm not going to open them. We got some number of packs left, and I don't actually know how many, because I've not been keeping track. Great Shark, great card. Not a bird shark, unfortunately, but, still decent. Just gonna go and do that. It's in my way. Am I gonna be a bad person? Yeah, I'm gonna be a bad person. I'm gonna go ahead and open up Discord. Got a shark token, pretty cool. Cub Warden, normal version, not the best. Big Titan Boy. Ugh, Brushwag. Grody. Super duper Grody. Oh, where am I going? There we go. Let's see. Ooh, this is interesting. Do I prefer, this is by the Sixth Spirit, do I prefer the War Gods or the original Amonkhet Cycle? Another Mythic. I don't know if this card's worth like anything, because I don't know if this is played Modern, because Modern right now is a place. I prefer... For the monocolored gods, I prefer the war versions. I prefer the God Eternal versions, generally speaking. Like Oketra, I prefer Amonkhet's. Kefnet, I prefer Amonkhet's. Or, sorry, gosh. I prefer War. Oketra, I prefer War. Hell yeah, boy! Jim Razor! This one is like the quintessential comic book style, I feel. Like, it has the motion lines and everything. It's perfect. I love it. Those aren't motion lines, I guess. Those are sound lines or something. But yeah, Oketra, Kefnet, Bantu. Yeah, I think those three, I prefer the war version. Hazard obviously doesn't have a war version. I will say I prefer Pig God over her, but for Ronus is the only one I actually prefer the Amonkhet version. Boop. Just chucking things around. Got a Channeled Force foil. Pretty cool Narset. Death's Oasis. I don't know if this card's good or if I'm going to use it, but, you know. Okay. Ooh, Pouncing Shore Shark. In comic book style. I'm really liking the pinks in this. Very, very pretty. TARDIS asks, TARDIS specifically 915, asks, if you were to make your own standard, which 6 sets would I choose? That's very difficult. Psych. I'm going to choose OG Innistrad block and Amonkhet. If I had to choose to make my own standard, which 6 sets? Okay, actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Right. OG Innistrad. Dark Ascension. Crap, which one was it? Whichever core set had Death Baron in it. I think you can see where I'm going with this. Foil Immersion Ultimatum. And a Savai Triumph. Pretty decent. 1, 2, 3. And then Amonkhet, as well as Shadows of Innistrad. Ooh, Boneyard Lurker. Horrifying. Definitely, this one definitely is going in Muldrotha, though. It's like a 2-for-1 special. Realistically speaking, just like playing again during OG Innistrad block. What was it? It was OG Innistrad plus New Phyrexia, or plus that era. Plus that era. That's like my jam. That was the last time I actively like wanted to play standard. You might be saying, but Justin, don't you play standard right now? Yes, I did. I chose my words very carefully. Epic 4 numbers K asks cats or dogs. On Discord, people have so on this Discord channel, you can only ask me questions. You can't answer them because then it clutters it up, and I can't easily read out the questions. Cool. But you can respond with emojis. So on this question, I got 4 cat emojis and 2 dog emojis. Fun fact: easy dogs, like easy, not even remotely close. I prefer dogs. The only thing that I think cats are better, not better at, but like the only thing that I kind of concede to the cats are that it's, you know, you don't have to deal with taking them on walks and like they're essentially, cats are easier to like leave for a little bit, whereas dogs you really do have to be engaged. And for what it's worth, typically speaking, I prefer to be engaged with my pets. Are you serious? But you know, sometimes you can't be. Got a Splendor Mare. Very, very pretty foiling on the antlers and the crystals. Frontland Battle Dark. Ooh, Heartless Act. I took that out because I like Heartless Act. Am I gonna play it? Maybe. I don't know where, but I don't know, maybe. Let's see. For what it's worth, I actually prefer lizards even over cats. Got a Windscarred Craig. Crystalline Giant. Both are kind of meh, in my opinion. Okay, Mellow Kitty's question is a little too deep for the amount of packs we have left, I think. So, I'm going to skip Kitty's question for right now, and I'll come back to it. Kroofs, though, Fardrag, asks, do you think Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger was the right choice for an Eldrazi Titan, or would you have rather seen a different one? Yes. Wait, do you think it was the right choice? So, essentially, yes and no. I think that Ulamog is... So, obviously, like, Emrakul is probably the most well-known Eldrazi. I assume she's the most popular. I don't actually know that for a fact. But Ulamog, I definitely think, is a close second. And I think he's a little bit easier to recognize because of the bone face, the bone mask, or whatever the heck you want to call it. That said, I do think that Kozilek the Great Distortion, ooh, Inspired Ultimatum, don't mind if I diddly do. I do think technically Kozilek the Great Distortion would have been a more interesting choice in terms of deck building. The fact that you have to cast him with colorless mana makes it, in my opinion, pretty interesting. His additional effect is possibly more impressive, because technically speaking, exiling random cards doesn't really matter. Jesus, it's a mess. Ooh, I even got an emblem. I got Yori in the Sky Nomad. Just a great card. Just a great addition to standard. Exiling is not really that oppressive. The fact that it exiles you in 3 turns also shouldn't actually matter, considering the fact it's big. But the Great Distortion can counter spells, but you have to have a variety of mana costs and whatnot in order to do so effectively. Oh, they even gave me the Beast token. Hell yeah, dudes. I got Karuga. Hell no, dudes. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would have preferred to see Kozilek. That said, I would have preferred if we got one of each of the 3. Not the OG ones, because the OG ones having Annihilator is too much. Let's be honest. It just is. But having the option of playing with any of those 3 would be great. Obviously, I suspect we're going to get Emrakul soonish. Not super soon, right? We're getting Amonkhet block, and then we'll have to get Kaladesh block, and then we'll have to get Shadows of Rain block. But I assume that's the progression that they're going to go in. I don't know, obviously. Wizards does not truly acknowledge me. You know, I'm a creator. I'm a content creator. I'm allowed to do the... and I do say allowed on purpose. Hell yeah, dude. Ruinous Ultimatum, don't mind if I do. I'm allowed to be in the early access events and whatnot. But, you know, I don't have... I don't know people at Wizards. I don't you know, have some sort of secret backdoor information on anything. I think we're down to what? Our last 7? Our last 4? I can learn how to count. Not including this one, obviously. Come on. I'm better than that. Finally got another punch out. One of mine. Garuda! This is the one that I like the most just because it's a demon kraken. Like, sure, it's still a bit nonsense and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's a demon kraken. I want more comic book styles. Donnez-moi plus. I don't think I said that right. Stop it. Like, the thing is, right, there's no need. Right? There's no need to have this. Right? It's the same thing on both sides. Just make one of it. Just make a side of token, dude. Wait, do none of these have the arena statement on the back? Because that might be the case. Promoting YouTube channel. Decent. No. Okay, it looks like... Dude. They're advertising for D&D. That's awesome. By the way, I'm a part of a campaign on Merchant's channel. You should totally check that out. Yeah, so... Oh, and they are advertising MTGO, which is great. The issue is that none of them have this on the back so far. Let me check the Narset. No, that's the story, which, once again, very cool. I'm totally fine with them doing things like this. Like, I love that. On the back of the tokens, you have ads. You know, that's totally great. It pays for certain space in certain places. But at the end of the day, why does that one exist? Ooh, Unpredictable Cyclone. Don't mind if I do. I do want to make Gavi Nest Invader into an actual deck. Hell yeah, there we go. Getting some spiders. But yeah, I want to make Gavi because she seems, you know, pretty cool and shit. And cycling, cycling is just fun. It's just fun to just completely, continually not actually cast spells, just discard things and get effect out of it. Oh god. Beast token, nope. Foil Extinction Event, held to the yes, plus a Chevelle, held to the, it's okay. Also, I will go over all of the rares and mythics and whatnot that I got at the end, just to kind of check them out. Another shark, fantastic. Got a Lutri, Abandoned Commander, don't know where I'm going to play this. Ooh, Archipelagore. Doesn't look nearly as threatening in this version. God, it's just a mess on my desk right now. Alright, last pack. Let's see what we get. Kogel the Titan Ape. It's fine. Underwhelming, because King Kong is boring. I would much prefer, I don't know, Nethroy? That's not too much to ask, right? Hey, alright, we got a Migratory Greathorn, which is great, because I actually might use this in Commander deck. Alright, so I need to move this nonsense out of the way. So I can kind of go over my sweet pickings. Jeez. Oh, there's so many. This is like, I think the second box I've ever purchased. I don't know if I've actually bought a box before now. I think this might be my first box. So, let's see. Comic book style, rare, comic, rare, mythic, foil rare. Comic, rare. I'll put this over here. Rare. Rare, rare. Rare. Rare, rare, rare. Foil rare. I don't know how many rares, foil rares, or mythics I'm supposed to get. Oh, yeah. Foil and alt rare. It's an alt mythic, but I'll just put it with the mythics because I don't know how to do anything else. My favorite pick, I think. Like these two right here, I think are well, obviously this is great, but like these I'm absolutely playing. Luca might just sit in a sleeve, right? No, I mean this too. I guess I'll put that here. Definitely didn't know where to put that. I'm just gonna put those over there. So we got 5 mythics, 2 apexes, 1 planeswalker, the planeswalker being alt version. We've got kind of a bad box hopper, but whatever. And then of course we got this. But I mean, we got some decent foil rares that are just completely obscured by the trash on my desk right here. And we got a decent number of, frankly, decent rares, right? Like, we'll probably play. Well, I think I have a deck for this in Commander. Don't know. Absolutely have a deck for this in Commander. Absolutely have a deck for this in Commander. Absolutely have a deck for this in Commander. Don't know. Absolutely. I might be able to put this in my L. I don't know if my mana base will allow for it, but possibly my L. Absolutely my L. Definitely gonna play. Doubt it. Kind of doubt it as well. Nope. Yes, I'm possibly going to put this in Muldrotha because of the fact that I believe you can mutate from the graveyard. I don't think so. I mean, these cards are just good. Sea Dasher, I doubt it. Whirlwind of Thought, maybe. I don't actually know. Inspired Ultimatum, I'm going to try and play in my 5-color Planeswalker deck. I don't know if I will be able to, because the mana restrictions are very heavy, but I'm still going to try it. Yorion, I don't think I have a Blink. I don't think I have an ETB deck in Commander. I might make one. And possibly just have this be the Commander, because the Companion wouldn't work. Kurga, get fucked. Ruinous Ultimatum, absolutely. Garuda, this is going into, I have a Rexiel the Risen Deep Lovecraftian-themed Commander deck. And this is going to go into the deck. I don't know if I actually want to play this as the new Commander. Rexiel, so Rexiel's great. I absolutely love Rexiel. The issue with Rexiel is always, I never get to attack with her. Like, I play Rexiel for, what, 8 mana? And then my opponents kill her, or they exile, like, their own graveyards, and I'm just like, I just want to cast some spells, man. Just let me cast some spells. So I don't know. I might try the deck out with Garuda in the top end, and not, like, change the deck at all, because I don't care. But just have Garuda as the choice instead, because Garuda has instant value. Cyclone, as I said, cycling deck. Lutri is Bandit EDH. That said, I still... this is probably just a card that I'm going to end up selling. Kogla. Kogla is an ape, and I'm very conflicted. So in my Mile deck, right? Oh, I thought this was one of the cards being, like, super damaged or whatever. In my Mile deck, I don't go super ham on the... on, like, just the strong creatures, right? Like, I'm not playing Avacyn. Like, I don't play Angels. I don't think I play any Dragons in there. The goal of the Mile deck isn't just play the most ridiculous 5 power or more creatures. No, I have a sort of a nature-y theme there, where I want to actually, like, play, like, beasts, worms. I prefer if it was all beasts, but there aren't sufficient good beasts, because 1, dinosaurs, and 2, dinosaurs. They decided to put a lot of cool beasts as dinosaurs for some reason. Anyway, in that deck, I play beasts, worms, dinosaurs, things like that. I don't know if I'll accept Kogla, because Kogla is meant to be like King Kong, and King Kong might be like too... Well, I am playing Rurik Thar, and if I'm playing Rurik Thar, then, like, it's a little bit easier to accept Kogla. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That said, though, this is my first box opening. I hope you've enjoyed this nonsense. I don't know how to do box openings, as you can probably tell based on this. But, you know, it's a thing that has occurred. How the hell do I click on the patrons? Sure. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons. You'll notice that Zin is in 2 places here. That's because he has had to drop his donation amount. Totally fine. Absolutely. Zin is going to still be on this side, and I will say I cannot express how much gratitude I have for Zin and everyone in the Hall of Fame for just the amount they've donated over the years. It really does mean a ton, and it allows me to do stuff like this. I just realized I put my hands in front of the camera again. You all can't see that anymore. I'm very smart. Yeah, so it allows me to do stuff like this and do giveaways and things like that, which I'm going to try and figure out how to do by the time this goes up. If not, I'll make an announcement about it on Twitter at some point. You'll hear about it. Ask me about it in the comments. Be like, hey Justin, I want cards. Give me cards. But yeah, if you'd like to join them supporting the show, you can find all that information down in the description. But honestly, one of the easiest and best ways to support me is by tapping like, commenting, subscribing. If you see me post a link to these videos on on Twitter or my Discord server, it's actually better for the YouTube algorithm if you click from one of those two locations because it shows that there's like outside stuff, whatever, that's fine. Any way that you choose to support me is a great way to support me. Hope you've enjoyed this box opening. I'll do at least one more by the end of the year. I don't know when the Mystery Booster boxes are going to come, but I'm going to open those. Yeah, until next time, though, all will be one.